Good morning or good afternoon, whenever you're watching this. Wanted to give Scream Queens review. It's been it's been 3 weeks, 4 weeks. How long it's been? I think it's just 3 weeks. First, it was preempted because of the World Series, which is understandable because the World Series was on Fox, and then it was preempted when it was supposed to come back on Tuesday the 8th. But that's election day, as we know here in the United States. I don't know if it was shown anywhere else, like internationally or otherwise. But I know it wasn't shown in the United States, and I was wondering, and I actually was trying to find out if it was shown like later, like when something's preempted, when something's like that, um, if it's going to be later in the night, sort of thing. But I think that's only if it's preempted by like a speech of the president or something that was only planned either that day or something that the election is planned every 4 years on that date. Same date, same place, same channel, so to speak, if you want to call it that way. So no Scream Queens then. I already did give my thoughts on the presidential election. You could definitely check that out, video out. I suited up for that episode or for that video. I have a suit on because I was talking about the presidential election. Something serious, something. So I want to definitely look the part, business like and professional as can be. Tomorrow night will be Steve's Wrestling Ramble. My predictions for Survivor Series. I'll have a couple guests with me. Hopefully, to have more. And others that might be interested. If you are a wrestling fan watching this, if you're a Scream Queens and WWE fan, more than welcome to follow me on Twitter at WWE_podcast and let me know you're interested. And I'll send the Google Hangout to you as well, so we can talk WWE, talk Survivor Series, and everything in between. But here for Scream Queens, like I said, 3 weeks. 3 weeks too long. I have enjoyed the show. I did watch all of season 1. Now I'm watching all of season 2. Now here doing podcast episodes, reviewing the shows and episodes of the show. But kind of like how WWE fans in some ways sometimes feel like, oh, why are we still doing this when they're giving us bad episodes of Raw or SmackDown Live? Even though this week they both were awesome. But in this case, for Scream Queens, their episodes have been okay, but I think just the comedy and the humor is too much. Like they need to take a page from Scream. Now I know two different networks, two different shows, two different fundamental. I don't know how else to say it. Fundamental cornerstones of what they are, Scream and Scream Queens. Especially where Scream originated from, and now becoming a TV show and everything, and Scream Queens just being its own thing. It seems like Scream being serious, being from the horror movie genre, coming to televisions everywhere as a TV show series. And Scream Queens, even though it does have, the murder mystery element of it and suspense and all that other stuff, I think it's a little more comical and for anything, it's a good thing to have some comedy, but sometimes Scream Queens goes a little bit too far in that realm. Still a good show. I still enjoy it. Like I said, I keep watching each and every week, or when it's on. It's been 3 weeks since the last one, but you know what I mean. Make sure every time there's a new episode up on Fox, excuse me, I'm watching it, for this review and because I enjoy it, for my own leisure pleasure. So it's a good show. I'm just saying, if I had to say something bad, because you guys know me that watch this, whether you're a diehard fan or a new fan, and welcome to subscribe if you are new to this channel. This is your first video watching. But you guys know that I'm a positive thinker, always say positive about things, like I do NFL or wrestling on either of those podcasts here on my channel, or here for Scream Queens. But I also have to give two sides of a story, as a journalist. So that's just my thoughts there. Still enjoy it, but maybe I might want to die down the comedy. But then again, maybe that's what Scream Queens is supposed to be. It's not supposed to be taken seriously. It's not supposed to be like Scream in that way. It's different. So with being different, then that's how that is and how it's going to be. I don't see Scream Queens being like a total like mockery of Scream. I think it is its own show with its own dynamic and road, like its own road it's going down, of what it's supposed to be then from Scream. But I will say that I do enjoy Scream more than Scream Queens. But that doesn't mean or taper any of my respect and enjoyment of Scream Queens itself. I'm just comparing. And again, this is just my opinion. You know, everybody has one, everybody's entitled to one. Whether you agree or disagree, let me know in the comment section below. Like the video if you agree or disagree, or however you feel. Because I like to know. I like to hear from the masses here, YouTube Nation, to get your thoughts on everything. But I just wanted to share that here before kind of diving in, because there's not much to dive in. I mean, like I said, it's too comical, it's funny, it's interesting, but it's just, it seems like the show is just not able to regain it, and I think it's gonna have a hard time regaining its luster after being away for 3 weeks. I mean, the diehards like me and others that either do podcasts here on YouTube or just are diehards, period, in general, diehard fans of the show, which is awesome. Keep it up. Never abandon your show that you're a diehard fan of, whether it's the show or Last Man Standing or a TV show that used to be on, Glee or Castle, or stuff like that. That you were or are diehard fans of. Unless it gets really, really super bad, it's not to that point here for Scream Queens. But I do have a feeling that your moderates or your, well, I said I was just talking politics a couple days ago. I'm still in that kind of verbatim or verbal and terminology. But you know what I mean. General watchers, as I call them, moderates, in the middle there of the show, liking just like whatever, just giving it a chance and keep giving it a chance. I think those people, those individuals. No, I can't speak for them, but I'm just going to assume. I don't know, but you know what assuming can do. But anyways, assume that they're not going to be watched anymore. They're gone for 3 weeks. You're on hiatus because of the World Series. Okay, fine, that's already been known. But then we are supposed to come back. They thought they were going to come back. We have the election. Okay, and that's not the fault of Fox or anything. That's how it was. That's how the cookie crumbled, and I think they knew that. Obviously, they're smart cookies, just like any news network, any TV company. They're smart. They're not dumb. But still, even with that being out of their hands and that just being what it is and having to deal with it, still with the moderate fan base and stuff like that, I think they might lose some because I don't think they can keep up of their momentum and attraction they were having before, in my opinion. So to that, like I said, for this episode it was okay, but like I said, I think it's losing its thing. I think it's relying too much on the comedy, is what I mean. Like, the comedy of the show is good. There's reasons and points to put them in there, but whatever. And I didn't mean to be this negative rant on the Scream Queens, because like I said, I like it, I love it, and I enjoy it, and I watch it every week. So I do want some more of it, but it's just, I just wanted to share that because, I do want to share if I think something's negative and give my opinion on that, just like I do every single week positively. So I don't know, just want to get that off my chest. And you're there, right? It's just another stranger's opinion, right? But hopefully you respect my opinion, whether you agree with it or strongly disagree with it. That's what, or at least to me, that's what YouTube's supposed to be about. If your channel is about that, if your channel talks about, really, no, anything, any channel here on YouTube, whether you're talking about fashion, sports, politics, TV shows, reviews of TV shows or whatever, is to have a nice, friendly debate on things if that comes up, whether someone disagrees or agrees with you on a certain topic, on a certain thing. Even in, if you do makeup tutorials here on YouTube and someone disagrees with the wrong shade of something or whatever, I don't know, like disagreement, it just happens. Respect the other person's opinion. Talk like adults or talk like human beings and respect each other, while also standing up for yourself. There's that too, and standing your ground on what you think, and just, you say what you think, the other person says what you think. And if one can't persuade the other, because like I said, there's also, standing your ground, not, there's to listen and be respectful, to listen to the person's argument and when you're going back and forth, and then also to not. So, the respectful thing is to do that and to listen to their opinion and let it go that way. Oh, geez. My camera went away. Oh, that was unfortunate. It's the first time my camera did that without me doing it. But yeah, I don't know. It's just sorry about the delay. I had an important text message there. I don't know if you could hear me clicking there. Anyways, like I said, that's what it's supposed to be. Or for any YouTube channel, respectful debates, respectful back and forth in the comment section. That's what I want to grow my channel. Have as many eyeballs, you can call it eyeballs, to the channel, to let people give their thoughts and give their opinions on things. And just because they might disagree with me doesn't mean it's a bad thing. But even when we do disagree, we respect each other's opinion. We listen to the other person's thoughts, and we respect them because they're standing for their thoughts and their opinions, their side of the story, so to speak, on a topic, and not belittle them because you think they're wrong. Because, like I said, everybody has an opinion. Nobody's above anybody else, here on YouTube. At least in my opinion, even the most popular ones. They're still people. They're still human beings. They're still men and women of this world. That doesn't make them. They make them more important here on YouTube because it's true. They have more subscribers, make even more money themselves, and bringing traffic into to the YouTube website here, and this TV station, so to speak, or TV network, as I kind of equate it to YouTube being a TV network and each channel being a TV station. But there's still men and women who have to get up in the morning and put their socks on. I know, as my NCO once said when we were talking about this, we're all still people. We have to put on our socks one at a time, and stuff like that. So even though, yes, they might be higher in the pecking order here on YouTube because of their popularity and stuff like that, which is what it is. I'm not, it is what it is. You earned that. They earned that. But I'm just saying, all in general, we're all equal in the way that we still are men and women here of YouTube, content creators of whatever look they're about, like Rose and Rosie and others. But I don't want to get too much off track because I already have. And now I lost my notes, so that's great. Nope, here we go. But anyways, we were talking about how it's a little bit too funny. The side plot for this episode. Again, I'm looking away because I'm looking at my notes. Side plot being about accents and everything. It was all right to me. I enjoyed it. It wasn't, and then again, it didn't even seem like it was a side plot, but it was, and it was just like, okay, but with stuff saying old to me, a little bit more serious. This is still a horror kind of show. At least it seemed to me. But the more and more they use comedy, the more and more it looks like, or seems like, what was that movie that was a spoof off Twilight? I do own the movie. I'm just too lazy to walk over there. But anyways, they did a spoof movie on Twilight, making fun of it in a way. I don't want Scream Queens to be thought of or even become spoof, making fun of Scream and making fun of horror shows. I think they so far are doing well not crossing that line, but from this episode, there's something closer. But like I said, still enjoying it, still wondering, who is the killer, all this other stuff. So there's that intrigue to keep me there. And I've been watching since episode 1 of this season, just as much as I've been watching all season 1. Well, I want to see it to the end because you're invested after watching it for now 5 episodes in season 2. So, like for me, if I even watch one episode of something that's like this or something, and I just watch one episode, whether I like it or not, and it's a show like this where you have to find out who did it or find out something of something, I'm invested until find out what it is. Sort of thing, because I'm always a curious George in that way. And that's usually a good thing, at least for my personality. He's a nice guy. A nice, kind, romantic, smart dude. Smart jabroni here. But the ending with the twist, Dr. Cascade, based on Jane, all this other stuff. So it's a good episode. I enjoyed it. As I been saying, and hopefully these next episodes they improve and the way they're written are improved that way and are a little bit more serious, a little bit more in that tone, but still definitely a good show. And like I said, we're going to leave a like and share it to others, and enjoy the rest of your day. I mean, I'll be back here probably later this afternoon or tonight, or maybe even tomorrow afternoon. Who knows? Whenever I'm able to, I'll be doing my NFL podcast, Talking Packers with Steve. We're heading to the next week 11, I believe, now in the NFL season. And then if I do it tomorrow afternoon, if that's the next time you hear from me on this channel, then I'll also be doing Steve's Wrestling Ramble that evening. I'll probably be promoting that in my NFL show, of course. So take care. See you guys next time. Welcome to like and let other people know about this channel. Give the channel a chance. If I am able to get more subscribers, grow, the content will be more improved as well. But I don't know. Nah, but we'll see. We'll see. But as always, well, yeah. But as always, take care.